Deep in the South Atlantic, the MV Abyss prospect begins the critical pre-dive sequence.
Telemetry looks good, sir. Ready for deployment.
160 miles offshore, the pressure is immense. Every movement must be precise.
Far out in the South Atlantic, the pressure is immense. Today, the crew risks everything to uncover what lies beneath.
The South Atlantic demands precision. The crew runs the final checklist.
Primary engage. Check!
Far out in the South Atlantic, the MV Abyss prospect begins its work. This team is about to embark on one of the deep...
Out here, 160 miles offshore in the South Atlantic, precision is everything. The deep sea environment is
Out here, 160 miles offshore, the South Atlantic is unforgiving. Every deployment requires precision.
This is the cutting edge of deep sea exploration. Every checklist, every connection must be perfect before we enter the crushing depths.
The mission parameters are clear. We're targeting this sector, navigating the deepest trenches before the storm arrives.
Double clip harnesses near the A-frame.
The target coordinates place them directly over the wreckage, but a developing low-pressure system threatens the recovery.
These deep sea samples confirm our hypothesis. Now we must pinpoint the richest deposits before the weather turns.
The processing deck allows us to analyze the samples immediately. Our target is this hydrothermal field right.
Far out in the South Atlantic, the mission parameters are set. The team has identified the target, but a storm is quickly approaching the search area.
Deep in the South Atlantic, mission protocols are strictly observed. We've pinpointed the target trench, but as always out here, the weather is closing in fast.
These dense black sands hint at the rich mineral deposits below. We are focusing our efforts here, despite the approaching weather.
The South Atlantic presents unique challenges, but the data suggests a strong return here. We'll deploy the AUV along this...
Here, 160 miles offshore, the team analyzes the data.
Bridge, we have a confirmed sonar lock at grid reference Charlie.
Final checks complete. We have a narrow window to reach the target coordinates before the storm closes in.
With the samples secured, the mission focus shifts to the target coordinates, deep in the South Atlantic.
160 miles offshore, the South Atlantic provides a challenging environment, as the team isolates the target on the sonar.
160 miles offshore in the South Atlantic, the survey vessel sends down its multi-beam sonar.
The mission relies on the AUV's precise navigation. Now, deep below the surface, the sonar detects a significant...
Deep in the South Atlantic, the towfish array is lowered. The vessel holds steady on dynamic positioning.
Here, 160 miles offshore, the team uses dynamic positioning to hold the vessel steady, as the multi-beam sonar reveals the hidden topography of the South Atlantic.
Wait, what's that return? It looks dense.
Once the AUV is deployed, the dynamic positioning keeps us Atlantic swell.
160 miles offshore, the survey begins. The towfish array is lowered to the turbulent waters. The sonar pings.
The vessel maintains precise dynamic positioning. The sonar sweep confirms a significant...
The multi-beam sonar sweeps the South Atlantic seabed. Holding steady against the currents, the screen suddenly...
As the AUV slides into the South Atlantic, the ship holds steady with dynamic positioning. Then,
the survey team deploys the array, searching the abyssal plain.
Bridge, we have a significant return at 4,000 meters. Confirming contact now.
The dynamic positioning held us steady against the current. Then the sonar hit something dense, a clear target on the seabed. As the drone descends, the team monitors the first sonar returns.
Wait, zoom in on that.
That is definitely something dense.
160 miles offshore, the dynamic positioning keeps the vessel steady as the sonar sweeps the seabed.
There, zoom in. That's a significant return.
160 miles offshore in the South Atlantic, the ROV begins its descent into the crushing darkness.
We copy that. Bridge.
160 miles offshore in the South Atlantic, the ROV Atlas descends into the dark.
As we descend past the shimmering layers, the ROV lights cut through the deep. There, that dark trail, that's the seam we've been searching for. As the ROV makes contact, The thrusters stir the silty bottom. A distinct trail cuts through the silt. The Atlas descends through the crushing depths, its lights revealing a strange trail cutting through the silt. The ROV Atlas collects a sediment sample. As we scan the seafloor, we can see a trail.
The ROV Atlas descends into the abyss, following a trail of dark material. This seam.
Passing the thermocline, the Atlas stabilizes for seafloor recon. This dark trail is exactly the seam we've been searching for.
The thruster wash momentarily blinded us, but as the silt cleared, Atlas found what Commander Dubois referred to as the seam.
Descending into the South Atlantic, the ROV Atlas illuminates a trail of rich, dark sediment, confirming the presence of the elusive seam.
Deep in the South Atlantic, the ROV Atlas takes a core sample before revealing a trail of unusual, darker material.
The Atlas begins its descent into the crushing darkness of the South Atlantic. Following the debris trail, the Minims.
Below the shimmering thermocline, the deep ocean reveals its secrets. This dark trail, 100.
The Atlas reaches the seabed at 3,000 meters. As the silt clears, a distinct trail becomes visible. This is the seam we've been searching for.
Pushing through the deep South Atlantic waters, the ROV reveals the target. This dark seam, exposed.
Here, 160 miles offshore, the ROV Atlas deploys. It carefully gathers a sediment sample.
As Atlas descended, the sunlight faded rapidly, giving way to the abyss. But the floodlights revealed something.
The ROV Atlas descends deep into the South Atlantic. Passing the thermocline, we begin our seafloor recovery.
The thrusters clear the silt, revealing a distinct geological feature below. The Atlas extends its arm.
160 miles offshore, the Atlas reaches the deep seafloor. We found it. This is the seam we came for.
The scoop secures the first core sample. Deeper down, the ROV locates the crucial geological seam we traveled so far to study.
Mining system online.
With the cutter head now engaged, the deep sea mining system comes fully online. Deep sea mining represents a new frontier. With the system now online, the focus shifts to controlling the sediment plume.
The deep sea mining system is now online. Operators adjust the speed to ensure the plume remains low.
With the pumps at full power, the mining system goes online. The operators carefully monitor the crawler.
Deep in the South Atlantic, 160 miles offshore, the seafloor harvester touches down. With the mining system now
online, the crawler adjusts its speed to maintain visibility.
Confirmed. Plume remains low and dense.
The mining system is active. The suction intake engages, pulling the slurry through the hose. Operators fine-tune the pump systems. The mining system is now online. As the pumps ramp up, the crawler begins its slow journey across the seabed. Deep beneath the waves, the mining system activates. The riser pipes vibrate as the pumps ramp up.
The harvester touches down on the abyssal plain, its massive tracks gripping the soft sediment as the pumps engage. Mining system online. The cutter head engages, its teeth beginning to chew into the compacted layers of the... With the suction intake open, the system ramps up. Mining system online.
White.
160 miles offshore in the South Atlantic, the deep sea mining system comes online. The pumps ramp up pressure.
Mining system online. The harvester touches down, tracks engaging the sediment. As the pumps ramp up, the speed is adjusted to keep the plume low.
The mining system is now online. The cutter head bites into the dense layers, but operators must precisely adjust the speed to control the plume's impact.
With the suction and the same intake open, the slurry surges. The pumps ramp, stay up, its speed.
The mining system is now officially online. Operators are carefully monitoring the pressure and flow to minimize environmental impact. Mining system online.
The dewatering screens separate the slurry, concentrating the heavier materials. It is here,
The hydrocyclones spin rapidly, separating the heavy concentrate. As the stream narrows, the valuable minerals are revealed within the darker flow.
the shaking table isolates the heaviest materials, a crucial step in deep-sea mining. The concentrate.
Here in the South Atlantic, the onboard processing is meticulous. As the lighter sands wash away, the true prize begins. Onboard processing is crucial. As the constant stream narrows, the heavier material dominates. The dewatering screen vibrates, spreading the wet slurry. As the concentrate stream narrows, the heavier material is isolated.
Transitions.
Here, 160 miles offshore, the hydrocyclones. The shaking table uses gravity and vibration to separate the denser minerals. As the lighter sands wash away.
Here, 160 miles offshore, the team processes the samples. Danvist. Onboard processing is crucial. We carefully weigh the samples, then the concentrate stream reveals.
The screens vibrate constantly, separating the heavy concentrate. Once the slurry is refined, the technicians
aboard the vessel, the hydrocyclone bank efficiently separates the sediment. As we examine the concentrate, the value of the deep sea becomes clear.
Here, 160 miles offshore in the South Atlantic, the onboard processing begins. As the lighter materials are rinsed away, the concentrate stream narrows. The tiny, bright flecks you see here
Onboard processing is crucial. We meticulously weigh every sample, searching for the heavy minerals that indicate success deep in the South Atlantic.
As the slurry is refined, the heavier concentrate emerges, revealing the first glimpse of the ocean's hidden gems.
Once verified under the microscope, the rough crystalline samples are immediately double-sealed. They are then placed in a secure... Once the samples are verified, they are immediately double-bagged and placed into a secure lockbox. Once the samples are verified, they undergo a strict chain of custody protocol. The bags are heat-sealed, double-bagged, and placed into a secure lockbox.
Once verified, the samples are double-bagged and secured. This lockbox is then placed in a bolted cabinet. The security protocols are strict. After verification, the samples are sealed and logged, ensuring the integrity of the
Deep-sea recovery requires absolute precision. Every sample is analyzed on-site before being secured in the ship's vault.
After verification, the gold and gem samples are heat-sealed, double-bagged and placed into a high-security lockbox before being secured in the main vault.
Once the samples are verified, they are immediately double-bagged and placed in a secure lockbox. After verification, the gold and gems are double-bagged and placed into a secure lockbox, destined for the mainland.
Once the samples are verified by the XRF analyzer, they are immediately double-bagged and secured.
Weather shifts like this are the greatest risk. As the pumps spool down, the priority is...
The alarm sequence demanded an immediate response.
Stop the pumps! Hold the tension!
A controlled recovery was the only option.
Stop! Stop! We have a snag!
A rapid response was crucial. The team halted the descent, beginning a careful, controlled ascent to clear the obstruction.
Visibility collapsed as the silt bloomed.
Stop the pumps! Hold steady!
The priority was a slow, controlled recovery to prevent a snap.
Stop! Stop the winch now!
The sudden complication required immediate action. Any uncontrolled movement could snap the line.
We have a code yellow. Repeat, code yellow. Secure all pumps.
The sudden squall threatened the operation, forcing an emergency recovery.
Stop the pumps! Cut the power!
A sudden complication required an immediate shutdown, initiating a slow, controlled recovery to prevent a snap.
A sudden spike threatened the recovery, prompting urgent radio chatter.
With the samples secured and the sub safely on deck, we turn for home.
With the concentrate secured, the long journey home begins. The data gathered here will shape our understanding for years to come.
With the checklist secured and the data uploaded, the crew begins the long journey home. Their work complete for now.